Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video on Blur. I had to do a video on that. I mean, Blur, I've covered it quite extensively in the past, so I know that some of you are interested in this. But Blur itself, I mean, it's been kind of flying under the radar, depending on what you look at, of course, right? I've seen some analysts talk about it, but obviously the market right now is very strong, all right? So there's a lot of coins to look at, and I feel like Blur has been flying under the radar. But yesterday, some price alerts went off for me when it broke above 69 cents. In my eyes, that was the main level to break out above. You can also see that Blur struggled a bit with that. And Blur itself is very bullish. Like, we're making new highs. We're heading up to this price target around 77.5 cents right now. And I think we have a good shot to actually break above that and to get up to our next big price target, which I would say is 90 cents. There's a bit of a level right here at like 85 cents and 80 cents. But I would almost incorporate that with the resistance level we're heading for right now, even though the main Fibonacci level is around 77.5 cents. But yeah, so that's why I wanted to cover it. I think there's more potential, even though it has been bullish. So let's get right into it. All right. So if you look at Blur right now, I mean, I haven't looked at this, but the open interest is probably super high. Yeah, you can see that right here. If you look at the open interest, that has increased massively. I do want to know how that compares, because if you look at this, you can actually see the open interest is great, all right? So there's nothing wrong with the open interest, but it's at the same level we were at the last time we touched 73 cents, all right? So the same resistance level. It's at that same level. And it's lower than the time we actually got to the 24th of November. But back then, the market was very over-leveraged, so that's not that weird. But if you look at this, I would actually say, and the RSI this high, I mean, the last two times the RSI was this high, we actually did drop down quite a bit. So I think on the short term, there's actually quite a high likelihood. Also, like, there's a lot of things pointing towards this, because also if you look at Blur, it's also quite correlated to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at a major resistance, right? So we might see some bearish momentum from that as well. So there's a lot of reasons for me to believe we'll initially find resistance at this level between 75 and 77.5 cents. So I do think that's most likely. I think we'll get there, we'll find resistance. But I do think as well that with what we're seeing in terms of the breakouts we had in the last couple of days, and just in general the market circumstances, as long as these market circumstances stay relatively the same, I think Blur will find some resistance, and I do think it will drop down a bit, potentially even all the way down to like 67 cents. But I also do think that will hold. And as long as that holds, the market structure is still bullish, and especially if the open interest for Blur starts to increase even more, we'll just have a breakout above 77.5 cents at some point of time, and we'll rally up to that next main price target around 90 cents. Something like this, I think, is most likely. It does. I mean, the thing is that it does depend a lot on the market circumstances. That's just the truth, all right? It does, because if Bitcoin finds a top here and starts to be bearish, then obviously my thoughts on Blur change. But I do expect a bit of a pullback from Bitcoin at some point of time. But even if that happens, I would say Blur is fine. It's correlated, but not that much compared to other cryptos. So yeah, this is what I expect. If anything changes, I'll try to keep you updated on that as soon as possible. But for now, this is it. So thank you for watching. Take care, and don't forget to check out and potentially join, if you want to, my premium and signal groups. That's up to you. For now, thank you for watching. Take care, and bye.